I also don't have very good cards for next year. Okay. For me, whenever I get a negative reading for myself, actually, I see it as an opportunity. I see it as an opportunity to prove the reading wrong, first of all, to start with, and to try to see what can I do now that I have the forecast, now that I have the prediction. Now, what am I going to do with it? These energies are going to be like this. Which are the difficult areas? What is it going to really affect? Is it my career? Is it my relationship? Is it my health? Or is it everything altogether? Okay, fine. So, what should I do first? How should I handle that first? What comes the first in my priority list? I see that. And then I start working towards it. First of all, you have to accept that, okay, fine, it's like that. Okay. When the energies are heavy, I always tell in my readings is that, now your job is to prove me wrong by being so nice and so, so much with that willpower that no, whatever the circumstances are, I am going to rise against those circumstances. I am going to make it the best. So I would like to say, all those who are feeling overwhelmed, just know it's a reading, it's not your whole life. Okay. Secondly, it's a general theme. Okay. That means it's not that every day of the year is going to happen. It's not like that, sweethearts. It's not like that. It is just going to be, it is the energy. There's a scene. A bit coming, going, something is seen, right? Now, let me tell you for weather forecasting also. So many times they say, oh, it's going to rain. Okay? It's going to rain. So what do? There are going to be storms right now outside. There are storms going on over here. Okay? And sometimes they say, oh, it's going to be very sunny. And then you go and it starts showering. It starts raining. It starts pouring down heavily. And like, hey, they had said it's going to be sunny. Okay. Or, oh, they said this or they said that, But sometimes when they say there are going to be storms, there are going to be big waves coming on the seaside, it's just to pre-warn you. And why? So that you're prepared. So that most probably these energies are going to play out. So in the same way I'm saying, in the card reading, these energies are going to play out, just like the weather is going to become like that. So in a way, what I do and what I suppose all the readers or the astrologers do is they come and they try to give you just the energies. They're not saying, hey, this is going to happen and only this is going to happen. No, then we all will be gods. No, it won't. Okay. Because you know why? Because inside of us, the divine has given us a willpower, a free will, and we have all the power to change things. And how can we change things? First, to accept that things are like that. And secondly, to work at it. We need to work at it. How are we going to go about it? Just seeing something and I'm just putting my hands up. No. The moment you start, throwing tantrums, putting things outside like that, it's never going to help. Not just for this particular matter, but also in anything that you do in your life. Moment you see a problem, like, I have seen very close people to me. Like, oh my God, what a big problem. Yes. I mean, we had a snake in the house some time ago. And the first thing what happened is that people come running to me. There's a snake in the house. So where you running? Just see where it is first of all, because we need to locate it. If you're running, that means now you don't know where the snake has gone in the house. Because any room the snake must have gone in the past. Wherever the snake wanted was free to go. So the thing is like, first thing is like flight. This is that instinct, that animal instinct we have inside, the fight or flight. But most of the people who are a bit, like that inside, anxious kinds, flight is the first thing. Because don't want to take responsibility of things. So how can we be like this? I used to be like that some time ago. Few years ago, I used to be like, oh my God, like, oh, I have to deal with this, But then it's like, come on, you can't run away from it. You have to deal with things. So in life, we have to deal with things. And if we don't want to face things, how are we going to heal those things? How are we going to deal with those things? Tell me. We need to face, no matter how difficult it is, We need to face the reality. The truth of life is we have to face the reality. And you know what? Actually, we have accepted it that way. We had accepted it. Before coming here, the deal was done there. Is that this is going to be your life map? This. Okay, fine, fine, fine. You will be sent some help from here and there. You will meet some good people along the way. You are going to meet bad people along the way. It's not going to be an easy ride. Are you ready for the roller coaster? Yes, I want to go in that classroom there on the earth and I want to learn. Yes, this is what we did. And then we come here. Till we are cocooned, everything is okay. Then the reality, when it strikes, oh, life is so harsh with me. Oh, it is so this. Oh, it is so that. Yes, it is. But we have accepted it to be like that because we wanted to clear something in our lives. This is why we are here. So why complain? How much are we going to complain about everything? I mean, if you see the energies of the world, how they are since a few years, right now also, what's happening? I have to tell you, my dear ones, something is that we are preparing now, okay? And I might be a bit more, how can I say, more, direct in my readings a bit because my intention is to prepare you all for what is to come in a few years. And I am kind of how can I say, I'm like a mother, who can be quite strict when is required because when I know my child, I have to send my child outside somewhere, for example, to study. I'm going to stop helping the child in the house. I'm going to just say, go do that, go cook this, go cook that. I'm going to do like that. But before I'm like, you sit, why do you have to do? I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to be like cocooning, nurturing everything. But when I know that I'm going to send the child out in the cold of the big dark world outside there, I am going to slowly remove that nurturing and that sweetness and I'm going to be there. I'm going to be protective, but I'm going to remove that. And why will I remove that? Because once the child is going out in that big wild world outside, the child is not going to expect that cocooning from everyone because the child can fall into wrong hands. People can manipulate my child or people can do anything to my child. So I have to prepare the child to be tough. Tough. So I will give the practice at home. I will prepare the child for the harsh world outside. And then the child will feel, oh dear, wow, she was not like that with me. Does she love me less? Does she love me less? Why is she like this? Is she not fine inside of her? No, but the parent is preparing the child for something to come in the life. So, in the same way, somewhere I have that maternal energy inside of me. God has made me like that. And many of you are like that also, I know. And the thing is that I have to prepare you all. That's why I'm telling you beforehand, is that some things that I see down the lane, I have to prepare you all. And this was just nothing. This was just a theme of the year and, very simple thing. I will be a bit more straightforward now because I want you to see that world is not going to be really wow, okay, down the lane. We are going to face a lot of other challenges. Lockdown was nothing compared to what we will face later on, okay? Again, I am not scaring you. I'm just saying that now we have to be ready to have most probably not what we are used to. We will have to curtail a lot of things. We have to adapt inside of us. Because if we don't adapt inside of us, acceptance and adaptation, and adapting in a positive way. And if we don't adapt in a positive way, what is going to happen, my dear ones, is that we are going to be the losers. The one who adapts survives. This is why so many species which came back to life later on, they adapted, they mutated, and then they are still surviving. But if we don't adapt and adopt some flexibility in our nature, in the way we see things, then this is not going to be good. This is going to have a backlash upon our individual self. And then we will feel, oh, life is so harsh with me. Life is not harsh. Life is really not harsh. No matter what we are going through, we will say that we have come here to learn something. Otherwise, we would be better off in those realms, different realms. One day I will discuss with you those realms that I have visited in my visions, what I saw, and how wow and how eeks it is. So we would have stayed there. Why did we come here? Why did we come to face this illusion? And why are we getting so attached to this illusion also? We are here. Let's stay here and let's learn what everything is teaching us. And let's not make small things big things, Instead, let's be faithful in little things. That's quite a big thing, isn't it? And let's be grateful. That's very, very important. I mean, when I had taken my cards for myself a few years ago, they were horrible, horrible cards for me. And I was like, oh dear, what is coming? And then I said, okay, fine. Like for 2 minutes, I was like, inside of me. And then afterwards, it was like, okay, fine. But it's going to come. Let it come. What can I do? It's like when the wind blows, you have to just put your head down and let it blow on your hair. But if you're trying to fight the winds and things like that, you look like a fool, don't you? So I felt I would look like a fool if I'm fighting the winds. It's going to come. Whatever is going to come, I have to take it now. I have all the guidelines here. And there were preventives also there, which I didn't want to take a look at. I didn't want to follow that. My ego didn't allow me to see that. How can that be possible? No, that can't be possible. Yeah, I didn't want to look at that. There were preventives which could have avoided a bigger damage that I went through. There were a lot of indications that showed me that. But I was like, I don't want to look at that. I don't want to look at that negative thing. I want to hide it under something. No, it's not. It's not. And then when it came and when I saw that exactly what I had seen and I had tried to avoid, this is where it hit me hard. And this is where it caused me more pain. So know that when we get indications, when we get signs, when you're also watching, things take the warnings out of it. And as I said, work at it. And, it's like if you're going to the doctor says, well, you have a chance of having, for example, a diabetes or blood pressure problems later on, or, whatever is hereditary, you have the chances of having that. So what can I do? I will have this, and I'm going to cry about it, and I'm going to say, oh, the doctor is not good. Anything he says, always he says negative things. Oh, he's spreading negativity everywhere. Okay? Just say like that. But at the same time, you can also say, the doctor has warned me. So I'm going to try to change my lifestyle so that I don't get this problem. And if it has to come also, it will not be as exaggerated as it was for other family members, for example. And I'm going to try to see, maybe I will change the way I eat. I will give up on certain foods, or I will have more a meditative lifestyle, or I will start doing exercises, or I will try to get this anger which is inside of me out positively in constructive things, maybe doing something there this energy is more used rather than just harming myself, because at the end of the day I'm going to harm myself, right? So this is how 2 types of people will do that. And the third type will be like, it's like this, just like it's like this. The thing is not about accepting some things. The thing is about accepting and adapting and adopting, and then deriving lessons from it. So we have to do that, my dear ones. So I would like to tell you, don't take things too hard, like, oh, this is this and all. Many signs are having the underlying certain energies, and that is for a reason also. The thing is that outside world is going to be impacted. And as we are a part of the collective, the whole, we are a big family. So if one member or 10 members of the family are affected, normally and naturally, we are also going to get affected. And this is what is showing in some readings. So we don't have to make a mountain out of a little molehill. So just be more, I would say, more in your center. This is why I'm saying in all the readings is that meditation is the key to it. Because when we are meditating, what happens, is that we become silent inside. Now imagine if I want to go out now with an umbrella where the winds are blowing with about 120, 130 kilometers per hour. If I go out with an umbrella, what is going to happen? You can nicely visualize the whole scene. Many of you must have done in the winds going out, how it feels, wear a cap or wear a hat or take an umbrella and go outside and see what it feels like. Yeah, what is going to happen? So in that same way, when we have our mind like that, stormy, we cannot navigate, can't take the proper decisions. And we will take always wrong decisions when everything is restless inside of us. Hence, I'm telling everyone, and the signs where I didn't, most probably some of the signs I didn't say that, but I would like to tell you all, my dear ones, is that we have to meditate. And I would really emphasize on it. Just try to calm your mind in the coming months, years. Just try to calm your mind, because what is going to happen is that we are going to help people around us also through it. Because when we emit the silence will, and the stillness will go in all the directions it will go. And it might, just create a wave of peace. Today, why is the world like that? Is because inside it's all restless, all turbid, and you can't navigate through turbidity. So you have to wait till things calm down. So you have to just, go inside of you, calm down a bit, and get to your fullest potential of your spiritual connections also. Just do that, my dear ones. It's going to be really, really important, And it is going to be the saving grace for all of us. It's going to be the remedy for all of us. Nothing else, you can take pills and things and all. But this is just telling your body, okay, shut up. Okay, keep quiet. Don't speak. Anxiety, anti-anxiolytic. You take it, okay, I feel better for some time. But then afterwards the anxiety comes up. What is your body trying to tell you? Are you listening to your body? Are you listening to your mind? Completely overwhelmed. What is it trying to tell you? You've had enough. Now you calm down. Now you rest it. Now get into the deep silence. And meditation is that deep silence. So once you get into that, nothing of any sort, whether it is through readings, whether it is through what you see, what you hear, going to disturb you. You will take it as a witness and you will try to solve it through your attention. So try to do that, because this is what is required of us now, as we are going towards bigger and mega changes, I would say. And this is why, even on my Facebook page, when I put my global predictions, it's a challenge for me many times, because it's like, oh, there are so many things that are coming and these are not good. And then when I will put it, there were people who said, oh, all the time you're just saying this, and all the time you don't feel good energies. So do something about your energies. It is not me, my energies, it is the global energies, and me being me, I am receiving this as, those kind of things that come. And for me, it's quite overwhelming also. And then I have to serve it in a very gentle way. And this is what I do. And that becomes very challenging, because every time now it's like every time there are going to be these kind of energies. So I find myself repeating many a times certain things. But then the people who are really, I would say spiritually more evolved will see what I'm trying to say, or will try to see things as they are, and might almost work on them. Because when we share, what happens is that the energies are emitted, and then we pray together, or we have our attention on peace and on how to now pacify certain situations. Even if we are sitting in the house, we can make an impact in the world. Know that that is the power of attention. So use your attention well, my dear ones. My responsibility is just to make you realize that you're a divine being and you have the power to change a lot of things. There is this divine power that is given inside of you, and through that, you can make a lot of changes. I would also like to take this time to thank you all, because since so many years, you all are here with me, supporting me, and also taking care of me, because you don't realize, you say that yes, you're giving us the readings, but at the same time, you all also, when you interact with me somewhere, you're sending that positive energy to me, that goodness to me, your blessings, your prayers, that keeps me going also. So that is what I would like to let you know, is that don't give your power away to readings. The readings are just a guideline. Take them as a guideline. The more importance you give, and you know what, the way you perceive is very important. The more importance you focus on what is negative in a reading, you're missing the big picture. You're missing the big picture in everything. Positive, negative, there is always a message, a very deep message. Are you trying to focus on that message? Why is it like that? What is the message behind this? What is the deeper meaning, hidden meaning there? It's time now for us to be more peaceful inside of us, because this is what we have to emit outside, the peace that we have to emit. So let's be peaceful, let's be kind to each other, and let's be understanding, compassionate, and let's send only the energies of love throughout this world, okay? Because this world needs healing, and the healing can happen only through love, okay? Bye bye. God bless.